Big G here. I know it's been a while, but over season 8 of Diablo 4. I know it's been a while since I've last uploaded a video, but I'm back. You know, I not quitting YouTube. It's just that it takes me a while to make up some content for my videos, and you know, I'm a one-man show on this. You know, I don't have any editors or anything like that. I don't have like all the equipment and stuff like that like the big guys do out there. So I just come up with the ideas and then I upload them. You know, and most of the times it's video games straight from my PS5. Sometimes it's unboxing videos and that's pretty much it. But today we're gonna go over my Lightning Spear Sorcerer build for Diablo 4 Season 8, and I gotta tell you, this is one of the best builds I've had in a while with the Sorcerer, and I haven't had this much fun playing a Sorcerer, a Lightning Sorcerer, since Season 1. And, you know, here we are 7 seasons later, almost 2 years later, and I'm back with being a Sorcerer. So, Season 7, I never did complete because, even though I had a lot of fun being the Bloodwave Necromancer, Season 7 wasn't a whole lot of fun for me. I thought it was a little too complicated. I did get to the last chapter, and it's just, some of the objectives were pretty difficult for me, so I kind of quit on Season 7 because Season 8 brought back Belial. So Belial was from Diablo 3, and you know, here we are in Diablo 4, and he's finally back in the game. So that pretty much tells me that all the other primevals are probably going to be back, like Asmodon and let's see, Diablo. Of course, he has to come into the game because he's the main guy, and the game is called Diablo, so they have to bring Diablo back. As far as expansions go, Blizzard lied to everybody, saying that they were doing yearly expansions, but then they decided that the next expansion for Diablo 4 is not going to come out till 2026, which is a whole nother year from now. So there's not going to be any expansions this year. Everybody has to wait till next year for the next expansion. Now I'm hoping the next expansion will have some kind of a knight class. A lot of people are saying the paladin's going to come back. I doubt it, because I heard something about them wanting to put new classes in the game specifically, but I would love for them to implement the Blood Knight that was from Diablo Immortal, and I did play Diablo Immortal on mobile, and the Blood Knight was a really fun class to play. So it'd be cool if they implemented that in Diablo 4. I would like to see a Paladin come back. It's definitely not going to be a Crusader, because the Crusader was in the lore, and throughout Diablo 4 the Crusaders died off. Like, they don't exist anymore, so it's not going to be a Crusader. I would love to see a Holy class, maybe a Templar from Path of Exile 2 that's competing with Diablo 4. And at this point in time, Path of Exile 2 is way better than Diablo 4, but Path of Exile 2 is still in beta. It's not fully out yet, so hopefully that comes out soon. Path of Exile 2 is supposed to be released sometime this year. I don't know exactly when, hopefully during the summer or the fall, but it's supposed to be sometime this year that Path of Exile 2 will release the full game, and we'll have 12 classes to play through and stuff like that. And I think one of the classes in Path of Exile 2 is a Templar, and hopefully they'll have a class that has like holy skills and stuff like that. So but I still do play Diablo 4 because, you know, I like to see what the seasons are going to be. I don't play the Eternal Realm that much, but the season's actually really fun. So we're going to go over the gear, the skills, and the Paragon, and the boss powers, okay? So, let's start with the skills. So you're gonna start off putting 2 points. Putting 2 points in Spark to unlock your core skills. You're gonna put 1 point in Potent Warding. You're gonna put 1 point in Charge Bolts, Enhanced Charge Bolts, and Destructive Charge Bolts. We're not using this skill, we're just putting points in here to unlock our defensive skills. Okay? So when we come down to our defensive skills, we're gonna put 1 point in Flame Shield for defense. We're gonna put 1 point in Teleport, and you're gonna get the Simmering Teleport. Okay? We're going to put max out Glass Cannon to get some extra damage. We're going to put 1 point in Ice Armor, and you're going to get the Simmering Ice Armor for more defense and cooldown reduction. Then you'll come down to concentration skills, and you're going to put 1 point in Ice Blades, because Ice Blades helped us out a little bit, and get Roaring Ice Blades for that cooldown reduction. We're going to put 1 point in Align the Elements to get some damage reduction, and we're going to max out Protection to get some more cooldown and maximum life, along with a Barrier. Max out Lightning Spear, because that's what this build is all about, and you're going to want Invoked Lightning Spear for critical strikes. You're going to want to max out Familial Binding to get some summon damage, because we're constantly going to have our familiars out. A Mana Shield, you're going to want to put 3 points in that. You're going to max that out to get some damage reduction. You put 1 point in Familiar, and then you're gonna get the Invoked Familiar. You're gonna want those, and then you're gonna come down to the Mastery skills, and you're going to put 3 points in Inner Flames to get some increased damage while healthy. That helps us out a lot. We're going to put 1 point in Ball Lightning, and we're going to get the Wizard's Ball Lightning, because Ball Lightning we're going to be spamming along with our Lightning Spears to give us a little bit more extra damage doing lightning damage. And then we're going to max out Invigorating Conduit to get some extra mana when picking up Crackling Energy. Then our ultimate skills, we're going to max out Permafrost and Icy Touch to get some increased damage there. We're going to max out Elemental Synergies to get some more increased damage. We're going to max out Evocation for cooldown reduction. We want the most out of that. We're going to max out Unstable Currents to get some attack speed and damage, and Prime Unstable Currents. We're going to put 1 point in Conduction for a little bit of movement speed, so it makes us move a little bit faster. And we're going to max out Convulsions to get some more damage. And then we're going to put 1 point in Enlightenment. For your skill assignment, for our skill assignments, you're going to want to put, you're going to want Ice Armor, Flame Shield, Teleport. Teleport can be in your enhancement if you want to, but once we get the mythic uniques that we want, the one that's going to go in there is going to be the let's see if I can find it. Is going to be where is the, yeah, Familiar is going to go in there. Once you get the mythic uniques that you need, I'll go over that in a second. But to start out, you want to put Teleport in there. But I'm going to switch it out with Familiar, because I have 2 of the 3 mythic uniques that I need for this build. Alright, so Familiar will go into your enchantment along with lightning spear, because when we absorb crackling energy that we're doing all the time, it has a 13% chance to conjure more lightning spears. So the more lightning spears we have, the better off. Okay? You're going to want ice blades in there, because ice blades apply vulnerable damage, so it's pretty good. Ball lightning, you're going to want that in there, because that'll help us with critical strikes. And we're going to be critical striking all the time, so you can have that in your enchantment if you want to, but it's not recommended for this build. And then you're going to want unstable currents in there, because that's our ultimate, and we want to have unstable currents up all the time. So when you go to temper your gear, some of them will have the option to reduce the cooldown on unstable currents, and you want that because you want unstable currents always active. Alright, so that's it for the skill assignment. So now we're going to go over the gear. For your HUD, you want the Harlequin Crest. If you don't have the Harlequin Crest, you can put any kind of legendary to start off with. And make sure it gives you like some barrier generation or some defense to help you through the difficulties once you get to torment levels and you get the Harlequin Crest. And Vex runes in there, because that's one of the rune words in our armor there. The other one is a Nagu and Om runes, and I don't have those yet. So that's why I have topazes in this one. And clearly you can see for the chest armor you want the Shroud of False Death because of the damage and the 256 all stats and the resource generation that I got on this. So this is really good, and a 40% movement speed. And you can pass unhindered through enemies. You don't have to fight them all the time. The third mythic unique that I haven't gotten yet was going to be the Arena Starless Skies. If you don't have that, start with Inner Calm. And just have that on until you get Arena Starless Skies. The best way this season to get mythic uniques is to farm the lair boss keys and fight 3 of the lair bosses. I recommend are Endario, Duriel, and the Harbinger of Hatred, because those guys have the highest chances of dropping mythic uniques. So, and I got both of my mythic uniques I got from Duriel, and I opened this horde, and then Belial showed up, which is new now. He happens to randomly pop up when you open up a horde. I defeated Belial, and he dropped the Harlequin Crest for me. And I happen to have 2 Resplendent Sparks, and I went and got Shroud of False Death through a Mythic Unique cache. So I got pretty lucky at the time. So those are the first 2 Mythic Uniques that you need, and the third one is Arena Starless Skies that I don't have. For your gloves, you're going to want the Storm Swell aspect in there to get us increased damage while Ice Armor is active. For our pants, we want Snow Veiled in there, and I actually got pretty lucky on this one because this has 2 good affixes on it. It's very good. And you want Snow Veiled on there because it makes you unstoppable when you cast Ice Armor. And we're casting Ice Armor all the time because that gives us extra damage with Lightning Spear. So having Snow Veiled on your pants will help you a little bit. For our boots, we want Rakenov's Wake. And the reason why we want this is because Rakenov's Wake gives us some more damage, gives us resistance to elements, it gives us movement speed, and it also gives us cooldown reduction, and it also lets us do fire damage when we cast a skill with a cooldown. So Rakenov's Wake gives us a little bit more damage and a little bit more cooldown. That's why we have this equipped for this build. For our weapon, you can use any legendary staff you want, and you're going to want to put some emeralds in there to increase our critical strike damage, which is really nice. And this one happened to have 2 good affixes on it that I did Master Wicket all the way up. And I got 593 intelligence, I got over 1,000 maximum life. I got 154% damage. I got 224.8% critical strike damage thanks to tempering. I also have a 49.3% chance for lightning spear to deal double damage. So those are your temperings. You want lightning spear to deal double damage, and you want critical strike damage on your weapon, along with emeralds to further increase your critical strike damage. For our amulet, we're going to want shredding blades to go in there. For our tempering, we want, as you can see right there, unstable currents cooldown reduction at 16.8%. You don't want overpower damage. That was supposed to be critical strike damage, and I wasn't able to get that, so I have to change that to put that with critical strike damage. For our runes, we want the Tal Rasha's Iridescent Loop. Everybody knows where to get this, so please do not ask me, because everybody knows what boss you can farm to get the Tal Rasha's Iridescent Loop. And we want this, and I happen to get lucky with this one, because this one had a greater affix that gave me further non-physical damage at 127.5%. I also got 10% more cooldown reduction, so my cooldown reduction is really, really good. Plus 4 to potent warding, which is really, really good. So Tal Rasha basically helps with every sorcerer build. And like I said earlier, the ring, you want Ring of Starless Skies in here, but to start off, you want to go with Inner Calm. And for your tempering, you want critical strike damage and again unstable currents. So Inner Calm gives us a little bit of increased damage, and it's tripled when you stand still for 3 seconds. So start with Inner Calm until you get Ring of Starless Skies. I know it's going to take a while. It's going to be a bit of a grind, but if you happen to get lucky like I did, you should be alright. So that's it for the gear. The boss powers, you're going to want Lilith's Wind of Hate. Now, this was the hardest boss power to get this season. How I got it, and I recommend you do this too. Go on the trade channel of Diablo 4 and type in if anyone is doing runs for Lilith. Either say that or say that you need some help defeating her to get the boss power, and you should have some people sending you friend requests and requesting a party with you, and they'll help you defeat Lilith at no problem. That's exactly what happened to me. I kindly asked somebody to help me out to defeat Lilith because I need her boss power, and I was getting friend requests left and right, and I had a very, very powerful group of people help me out and defeated Lilith. I did die quite a few times, but they defeated her for me. I got the boss power, and now I have it maxed out. So if you can't defeat Lilith on your own, I highly recommend going that way. It'll save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration, but this is one of the main boss powers for the build. Our second boss power, and I love this boss power, is Beast in the Ice of Sleep. And look at that damage at max rank. This boss power does over 2 million cold damage in 2 seconds. That is insane. The amount of damage that this boss power does. It's crazy. Our third one is Beast Master's Training, because we're going to be summoning our familiars constantly, so we want our familiar to do a lot of damage. So with this maxed out, you get 150% damage with your summons. And lastly is Hatred's Embraces Haste, for a 50% bonus in critical strike chance once this is maxed out. So that's really good. I don't want to go over everything that's going on in the season because a lot of people already know what's in the season. And plus, when you log in, the game tells you what to do. And you follow the seasonal story, it tells you what to do and what's what and how to do everything. So I'm not going to go over that. I'm just going over my build. We don't need any mercenaries. That's how powerful this build is. We do not need mercenaries at all. For our Paragon. Alright, our Paragon. We're going to start in the starting board, and we're going to go up until we get Elementalist up here. You're going to want that. And then go to the left and get Resilience over here. We're going to go up and to the right a little bit and put the Elementalist glyph in here. I have not got this to Legendary yet because I haven't gotten the required fragments to make this Legendary, so I'm going to have to do some pit runs to make my glyphs Legendary. And then you're going to go to the left and go up here a little bit and get the Elemental Balance, and make sure you get the Magic Node to go with it, and also get Studied to get some increased damage to elites here. Then you're going to unlock the next board that kind of looks like this. You might have to rotate it a couple times, but you're going to go to the right and then up to get Explosive, gives us some more critical strike damage. And then we're going to go up in here and we're going to put in Destruction, because that gives us even more critical strike damage. And Destruction, out of all your runes, Destruction is the first one you want to make Legendary, because we want that critical strike damage. And then you're going to go to the right and get Flame Touch, gives us some fire damage. And get some of these over here. Go to the left and get all this here to get some extra stats. Then we're going to go up and we're going to go to the left first. And we're going to get Combustion in here to get some more critical strike damage. And then we're going to go and get Searing Heat over here. Get just more critical strike damage. And we don't have to worry about the Pyromancy skills because we don't... Well, we do use Flame Shield. So we use Flame Shield. So that's why that's there. And that's why we have this, because of Flame Shield. And then we're going to come back over here and we're going to go up and to the right. Unlock this board that looks like this, and then basically you're going to want to go straight across and unlock that board over there, but you're going to go up and get this Legendary node, Elemental Summoner. That helps out our familiars a little bit. Then we're going to go down, so you're going to go over here, you're going to go down and keep our elements here to get some more damage and intelligence. Then we're going to put the glyph in here, Tactician. Tactician gives us more intelligence and physical damage, and more damage with the defensive skill on our action bar. So Tactician will go in there. You're going to come over here and get these magic nodes to give us some dexterity and conjuration damage, and then get these down here for stat boost. Then come back up here and get this magic node for more dexterity, and then we unlock this board. So you're going to go to the right and then down a little bit, and then you're going to come up, get this magic node here to get some more damage and intelligence. Then we're going to come up and put in the Unleash glyph, because that gives us more non-physical damage and damage to elites. Then we're going to go up and to the right a little bit and get this Elemental Balance rare node to give us some more non-physical damage and more intelligence. Make sure you get these nodes down here to increase our non-physical damage even further. Then we're going to go down and we're going to grab Ruinous, and that gives us 40% more non-physical damage and 2.5% attack speed, along with all the magical nodes around it for even more attack speed and non-physical damage. Then we're going to come down and we're going to get Blessing to get a little bit of resistance to all elements and maximum life. And then we're going to go to the right and get this legendary node over here on Enchantment Master, because that makes our enchantments 30% stronger, makes our enchantment grant 40% increased damage of their main element and 20% increased damage for the second element enchantment if it is the same element. So that's why you can choose, because of Enchantment Master, you can choose to have both Lightning Spear and Teleport in your enchantment slots, because those are both lightning, and because of that you do a little bit more damage. But because we have our mythic uniques, the familiar is going to go in the enchantment. But you do want to get the Enchantment Master legendary node. Then you're going to unlock the last of the boards, and then you're going to go down a little bit and then go left until you get to the glyph, and you're going to put Conjurer in there, because look at that. I got 118% conjuration damage and 8 conjuration damage And the Conjuration skills have 50% increased critical hit chance. So, Conjurer, you're going to want. You're really going to want that. So, this I did make legendary. So, Conjurer is really good because we want our lightning skill to do the most damage that they can do. Then you're going to come down here and get Elemental Favor to get some more non-physical damage, more intelligence, and more Conjuration damage. And get the magical nodes around it to get some more non-physical damage. Then you're going to come back up to the glyph and you're going to go right and get Weakness. You get 50% vulnerable damage, 10 intelligence, and 76.2 Conjuration damage. So, and 25% vulnerable damage. So Weakness is really, really good. And grab this here to get some more vulnerable damage, the magic node there. And then we're going to go to the right a little bit, and then we're going to come down here, and we're going to go and get this legendary node, Frigid Fate, because we deal bonus damage to vulnerable enemies equal to 20% of the total amount of your bonus damage with cold, up to a maximum of 60%. Since we're always using ice armor, that does our cold damage for us. And then we're going to come down and grab this one, Advantage, to get some lucky hit chance and resistance. So I haven't quite gotten enough intelligence to get this yet. But you want the magic nodes around it to get a little bit more resistance and lucky hit chance. And then we're going to make our way. I haven't gotten there yet because I'm only Paragon 187. We're going to come over here and grab this one to get some maximum life and all the magic nodes on that. And then for the rest of the points, probably just keep getting all these stats things. Maybe get this one over here, get some damage reduction, and this node over here to get some more vulnerable damage and more damage reduction. So that's basically it for the Paragon, the boss powers, all that stuff. And Season 8, I believe, is supposed to go till probably about July. So, this is Big G. I hope you enjoy Season 8. I will see you in the next video. Peace.